I'm pretty sure we all have a game where we had a mission that we couldn't beat, and simply because of that we would give up or rage quit. For me, there was a couple of missions throughout the Grand Theft Auto series that gave me this exact feeling, almost damn near not wanting to touch the game ever again. And if you're a 2000s baby just like me, you may recognize some of the missions that are on this list. What's going on, guys? My name is Mizzly, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 most hard Grand Theft Auto missions. If you had any issues with one of these missions, make sure you guys drop a like. And by the way, we are only going to be covering the HD and 3D universes. Unfortunately, the 2D games was before my time. And with our first mission for the number 10 spot, we have Demolition Man from Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
More of your demolition skills.
We all remember how wonky it felt to fly vehicles in the older Grand Theft Auto games, but we all remember how annoying it was to fly RC vehicles in older Grand Theft Auto games, in particular Grand Theft Auto Vice City. In this mission, Tommy is given an objective by a construction site owner. Let's name him Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadome assigns Tommy to fly an RC helicopter with bombs to plant around the site. Now, if you haven't played this game, you're probably thinking, that doesn't sound bad at all. What are you talking about? But for those who do remember, yeah, there's a timer and there's construction workers with guns and a hammer that are trying to destroy your helicopter while you're trying to plant the bombs in the specific locations that the game asks you to destroy the site. And the controls to fly the helicopter were completely abysmal. Like, it was super annoying crashing everything while trying to avoid the construction workers, as well aiming the RC helicopter perfectly so the bomb lands where it needs to go. So you have a timer, people trying to destroy you, wonky controls. Oh, and by the way, there's no checkpoint, so if you fail, you have to start all the way over. One thing that will make you rage quit for sure. And for our number 9 mission, we have from GTA 4, No Way on the Subway.
Nico Phil. So you're the guy who got jumped for a couple of million?
Yeah, you gonna pop me for it?
Everybody knows that GTA 4 is known for having very annoying chase missions because the cars and the motorcycles are quite slippery, especially on turns. In this mission, the Italians send Nico after the biker gang, The Lost, because they have an issue over some missing money. When Nico arrives to the location where the bikers are hanging at, they recognize him because Johnny from Grand Theft Auto 4 Lost and Damned actually plotted a hit on him for diamonds. They hop on their bikes and then start running away from you as you have to chase them through the city. Eventually, the bikers go into a subway system with active subway trains going through the system. What made this mission annoying is that the bikers would drive super fast without messing up on tight turns. If you came up to a turn, you would either miss the turn or you would slide or even crash. And it also didn't help that the subway system was a huge tunnel of mazes low-key, because if you got too far behind, you would low-key lose track of the bikers. Oh yeah, by the way, you're chasing the bikers for a total of 3 minutes and 40 something seconds, so that means that if you fail, you have to start that all over again. And let's be honest, we have to give Rockstar their credit because no chase scene missions should be easy at all, in my opinion. Coming at the number 8 spot, we have Flight School from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Listen, now, you're gonna have to learn how to fly.
No, I ain't.
Now, I had to incorporate this mission in this list because I remember being an 8-year-old child helping a grown adult with this mission. Shout out Ace Combat PS2, by the way. Now, the mission starts off pretty simple. It just teaches you the basic, you know, take off, land, fly around a little bit. But then the difficulty actually progresses the further you go. You have to make sure your plane goes through all the little rings on time. Oh yeah, by the way, you are on a timer, and the flight literally feels like you're flying on a flight simulator with the Joy-Con. And again, the more progress you get in Flight School, the more difficult the missions become. Like, you have to do barrel rolls, loop-de-loops, and make sure you go through the rings precisely. Oh, and don't expect this mission to be any different in the definitive editions, because it is just as hard, because this game isn't built like an actual flying simulator or flying game. And you got to keep in mind though, this was back when Rockstar was just getting the gist of prioritizing flight in games, because before then it was just like it wasn't really too much of a priority. And this is not like how in GTA Online where it's just a little side mission where you can go to Flight School and learn how to do some stuff. This is a mission that you had to do in order to proceed further in the game. Although you do have the option to return back to Flight School to progress through the rest of the challenges to receive your pilot's license, so you can get through any airport without having to hop that fence.
This area is restricted to pilots only.
Although I don't remember if you have to gold medal them all or not though. Not sure. But I very much do remember how infuriating it was doing this mission for the very first time and not being able to complete the loop-de-loops. And coming in on number 7 spot, we have Sam, or SAM, from Grand Theft Auto 3.
There's a plane coming into Francis International in 2 hours time. It is full of Catalina's poison.
And all you have to do in this mission, which sounds very easy, is shoot down a little old plane. Like, come on, it can't be that hard, right? You get a rocket launcher and everything. Brother, let me tell you, when I speak of the most annoying mission in all of Grand Theft Auto, this is definitely one of them. So you literally only get 2 options here. A, you drive onto the runway and try to shoot down the plane from the runway while there's military goons shooting at you at the same time. Or B, you get onto a boat, which is bouncing from the waves, by the way, and try to shoot at a moving target with a rocket launcher that does not have heat-seeking missiles, by the way. And after you manage to shoot down the plane, you have to then try to survive from Liberty City's finest, the Noose, because they will be swarming your ass. They're gonna shoot you down back to back, and if you die die after shooting the plane, guess what, brother? Yep. You gotta start all over. I mean, yeah, it's understandable that the cops are trying to stop you because you shot down a plane like a literal T-word. But at the same time, Rockstar could at least give us the ability to use the police bribes on this mission because, bro, please, bro, why is it so hard? And for our number 6 spot, we have Phnom Penh, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City.
What kind of incompetent fool are you? Fool! 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 Fool!
Now, if you're like me, the words Phnom Penh probably gave you PTSD flashbacks because this mission was absolutely abysmal. Again, this mission was impossible damn near. In this mission, Ricardo, who is the owner of the most iconic mansion in Vice City, sends Quentin and Tommy Vercetti after a bunch of Colombians who is kind of messing up his cocaine sales in Vice City. Tommy and Quentin then get into a helicopter and fly to an island full of mansions that has been fully taken over by Colombian gangs. While Quentin flies around the island, you are obligated to shoot at all the enemies at the mansions, but yet they are shooting at you, and by the way, your helicopter does have health. What made this mission super annoying is that the path that Quentin actually flies in allows for a lot of bullets to hit your helicopter, and it's really annoying because there's so much enemies and you have to try to blow up the tanks around them, and if you do not blow up the tanks, you will lose a lot of health. Having to shoot out of a helicopter, no thank you. All helicopter missions where you're shooting out of them, oh my god, so annoying. Once you're done shooting all the enemies on the roof and outside of the mansions, you then get dropped off, and then you are to head inside one of the mansions where there are even more enemies. Also, I forgot to mention that the aim while shooting out the helicopter is atrocious. It is so annoying. It is so loose and it's very hard to aim and shoot at people. Also, there is no armor nor health bars anywhere to be found throughout the whole time of this mission, so if you fail, yes, you have to start it all over. But words on the street is that the enemies were nerfed on the definitive version of this game, so it should be a lot easier compared to the PS2 and Xbox original versions. And for our number 5 spot, we are returning back to GTA 4 with the Snowstorm.
You fucking reggae idiot bitch!
You want blood clot cause I don't even bomber clot rate, you know.
Speaking that gibberish!
Everybody knows this mission, you know, it's the mission where Elizabeth sends Nico to an abandoned hospital to, you know, collect some cocaine. I do gotta admit though, this mission probably has one of the best shootouts in all of Grand Theft Auto 4. This mission was action-packed, it was so fun. The problem is that there's only one bridge that goes to this island that the hospital's on, and once you complete the shootout, the island gets flooded with cops and you have to escape without dying. And yes, it is super annoying. You have to not die or else you have to start all the way over again. Thank God for Rockstar incorporating a taxi system in Grand Theft Auto 4 because driving back to the missions after dying in this game back to back over and over again got so annoying. Realistically though, you could escape with the bitch route and take the boat that is hidden on a dock right behind the hospital, but honestly, if you looking in for the action-packed experience, you will take the car and try to drive off the island and escape. I don't know about you guys, but I really loved how you can feel the impacts of the bullets hitting the car through the controller, and I really think Rockstar needs to add that in GTA 6 as well. Now, I feel like it's only right to include Mad Dog's rhymes from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for our number 4th spot. You know, this mission had something to it that was just very annoying, and that one something was being completely stealth the whole time. So in this mission, Mr. aka OG Loke sends CJ up to Vinewood Hills to steal Mad Dog's rhymes. Why? Because he completely sucks at rapping, so he needs a ghostwriter to start his career. Bro's tired of mopping the floors and putting fries in the bag, so you can't blame him. That doesn't give him a right to steal though, that's fucked up. I can't lie though, that burger hat is kinda drip though, low key. Once CJ arrives to Mad Dog's crib, CJ must then stealth walk through the mansion to Mad Dog's studio where the rhyme book is located. He cannot use any guns to alert the guards, he can only use stealth weapons or else they will be alerted and the mission will fail. And time out, let's take note real quick on how massive this mansion interior was. Rockstar, take note, I expect some shit like this in GTA 6. Like, brother literally had a whole indoor pool in his house in a video game. Like, come on, bro, like, you can't make that shit up. And don't get it twisted though, it's actually not easy making your way through this house since there's a few challenges on the way, and every single guard has a Uzi in their hand, so it doesn't make it any easier. You'll eventually reach Mad Dog's studio and collect the rhyme book, then more guards will spawn out of nowhere. There's a lot of dark areas in the house, so you're really gonna have to utilize these spots to get some of the guards. And I hope I'm not the only one, but I remember playing this game as a kid. It was so much harder for me to get out of the mansion than it was for me to get in. Am I the only one, or am I not the only one here? Come on, say something. And for our number 3 spot, you all expected this one. Yes sir, also from San Andreas, wrong side of the tracks.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
In this mission, we are acquainted by Mr. Oh, aka Big Smoke. Big Smoke tells CJ that he got intel that the Vagos knows some information that could help Grove Street in a massive way. We drive to the location and see the Vagos members jump on top of a train where we then have to get on a dirt bike, unfortunately. Your objective is to chase the train down while Big Smoke essentially shoots the Vagos members that are on top of the train, which by the way, he does not do too much effort in compared to what they're shooting at you. And on this mission, we're dodging obstacles, including trains, since we are driving on the wrong side of the track. The railroad is also bumpy, which can cause you to spin out on the dirt bike, and it also doesn't help that the dirt bike isn't that sturdy compared to in GTA 5 or 4. And in this mission, all you hear is
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
because either A, Big Smoke doesn't shoot all the Vagos members on time, so they are able to get to Las Venturas or San Fierro. I can't remember exactly what part of the city that bridge goes to. Or B, you crashed over and over and over again, forcing you to restart the mission, leaving those words replaying in our head for the rest of our lives. Number 2, we have 3-Leaf Clover, Grand Theft Auto 4.
I'll let you tell me what to do when you stop shoving half of Bolivia up your nose every Saturday night.
Motherfucker! Fuck! We told you not to fuck with us!
And in my opinion, this mission was both the best and most annoying at the same time. In this mission, Nico Bellic with the McQuarrie family, wait, did I say his name right? You know, Packy, where we then go rob a bank, where we actually also see an Easter egg. If you know, you know. The annoying part though is when you actually get the money and have to shoot your way out of the bank. You know, like that movie The Heat, just like that. The streets get flooded with police, snipers on the roof, and noose, and helicopters, so you're shooting at all these officers while trying to survive. Not to mention this mission is actually quite lengthy, and once you escape the main cops through the subway, you have to then escape a 3-star wanted level once you get back to the surface. Get back safely or else you have to start all the way over. That's one thing I love about GTA. No checkpoints. Ha! We all love that. Before we get to the number 1 spot, I'm gonna honor a few other missions that I could not quite fit into this list.
Down, gentlemen.
Who the fuck are they?
Fucking Merryweather. What are they doing here?
Steve, put your gun down.
Oh, same goddamn leg.
Go! Fuck!
How are you in the water?
What you mean? Can I swim?
Yeah. Can you swim well?
No, I can't.
And for our number 1 spot, we have another RC mission. You guessed it, supply lines. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Then them some pretty strong draws.
I explained earlier on how wonky that RC helicopter mission was. Now imagine that, but a plane. Now my OGs really remember the rage of failing this mission over and over and over again, bro. Let me tell you, the controllers that were broken, oh my god, because of this mission, bro. Oh my god, the ass whoopings because of this mission. So basically, there's this character named Zero, and he's being humiliated by a guy named Berkeley. CJ walks into Zero's RC shop to find Zero in a closet wedgie to a hanger. Yeah. That was crazy. So in acting revenge, Zero has CJ launch the Red Baron and shoot vans that are driving across the city to go deliver RC cars or planes or helicopters or whatever. I guess to humiliate Berkeley back for not having stock or whatever. I don't know how this really did anything besides get him even in more trouble. Yes, there is a time limit on this mission, and yes, you have a fuel limit on this mission, and also yes, there are multiple vans scattered around the city that you have to destroy before all that runs out. Now believe it or not, the plane is easier to fly if you glide more than accelerate the whole time, because it comes down slower, so you can actually aim at the vans to shoot them compared to accelerating past them and having to loop back. But just like the helicopter mission in Vice City, you can only imagine how hard it was to fly this plane. Let me tell you, oh my goodness, the amount of times I failed, and I immediately saved as soon as I finally finished this mission, and I'm pretty sure you all can relate to that.
Smells like victory.
And that concludes, in my opinion, the top 10 most hardest missions in all of GTA. Which one of these missions did you have the most trouble with? Did you not have any problems with any of these missions at all? And why did I not list any GTA 5 missions? Well, because GTA 5 story mode was a little easy, I'm not gonna lie. If you think there was a mission I missed, comment that mission down below and I'll reply letting you know if I had any issues with that mission or not. And until next time, remember this one thing. There's only one of you. I love you. Peace. Gone.